Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alyssa, and on this channel I create budgeting content, planning content, and side hustle content. So if any of that does sound interesting to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and follow along on my journey to paying off over $200,000 in student loan debt. That was a number that I started with. I'm somewhere about the I would say 185 mark right now because I've been trying my best to pay as much as I can. So follow along on that journey. It's a huge endeavor for sure, but my goal is to pay it off hopefully by the time that I am 30. I'm 26 right now, 26 and a half, I should say. So we've got about 3.5 years to really just grind and grind to eventually pay that off. So we will be closing out the first half of November. I will link the video up here to the setting up of November if you would like to see that video. So this is the expense tracker that I used for the first half of November. As you can see, I have every single expense I have down here. I use the highlighter method, which each color correlates to a category in my budget categories, and then I have them all added up here on the side. So if we go to the November budget here, if we can scroll, we've had a very good start to November. So if you remember when I set up the budget for my W-2, I did receive commission. So my regular paycheck is about $1,800, and I received 2 commission checks, so that's $1,000 each. But because of taxes, I only received $1,304. Keep in mind that is only federal taxes. I live in Washington State and we don't have income tax. I do get a large majority of this back at tax time, so keep that in mind. So my W-2 came in at $3,104. Side hustles ended up being $2,250, which we had budgeted. Payback only ended up being $82. We had budgeted $124. I forget why I had budgeted so high, but I only had $82 of payback. And then savings, we didn't pull anything from savings. So total inflow for these 2 weeks was $5,436. Going down to fixed expenses here. For rent, it was $400. Utilities was $100. Life insurance was $22. Pet insurance was $47. This came in clutch these past couple of months because my poor sweet cat had a upper respiratory infection. So that cost me a pretty penny at the vet, but thankfully the insurance reimbursed me 80%, everything after the deductible. And because I've been saving for deductibles, I was able to pay off the full amount, and you'll see that when we get down into the variable expenses. So pet insurance came in clutch again, $47. Student loan is now a debt, so that was $300. Car insurance, half of it is $65, which it will be due, the full amount will be due in January. I don't think I'm going to have that inflow into my budget. I'm just going to pay it. Well, I guess I do count it as a savings, so I probably will have it inflow into my budget in January and make it as a full expense, just for like full transparency, and it helps me with like all of my numbers and budgeting and remembering when I've paid stuff. Boxing gym was $93. I am going to reduce this membership. I forget what the rules are, like when I have to reduce it. I think you have to do it a month before you want to have that new charge. So I really need to get on that. So Boxing Gym was $93. Therapy was $25, Acorns was $40, and Merrill, which is my Roth, was $30. So it did come in exactly as we had budgeted at $1,122, leaving us with $4,314 left over. Going down to variable expenses here. So grocery was under at $102. Eating out was also under at $54. Gas and car was at $46. Investments, $28. Fun entertainment was way lower than I had expected at $10. Holiday was $0. Self-care was $0. Miscellaneous ended up being over budget at $104. So it was good that I was under on so many of these things. Travel was $0 and pets was $29. Maybe I counted the pets that I had mentioned up here in the pet insurance in my next budget. So keep an eye out for that. So total variable expenses were actually really low at $373, leaving us with $3,941 left over. So going up to sinking funds here, remember all side hustle income goes towards sinking funds, which we're really just going to count the $225 for the sinking funds portion right here, because the $2,000 was from the soccer club that I worked for in the fall. So we put $40 towards deductible, $40 towards medical expenses, $35 towards 2024 vacation. Car maintenance was $40, self-care was $25, and future fund was $70. So total sinking funds, we put $250 towards. So that left us with $3,691 left over. Going towards debt, we made significant progress on my debt, which I'm happy about, but I'm also still annoyed with myself because all of this commission that I earned went towards debt, and I wish that wasn't where it was going, truthfully. So Alaska Airlines got $1,462, so $1,462 to pay off a pretty good chunk of that debt. Discover Card was $750. Victoria's Secret was $40, which was part of the payback. Because I was able to save so much in variable expenses, I was able to put more towards my debt, which I was so happy about. So I was able to put a total of $2,252 towards my credit card debt. So that left us with $1,439. Extra savings, I did make it a point for some of my income to go towards the extra savings and my house because it was really important to me. So my Roth account, I'm really trying to get as close to maxing it out as possible for 2023. I don't think I'm going to get super close, but I'm going to try my darndest, especially because you can contribute up until like tax day. So I'm hoping with like a December bonus, any other commission that I receive, and then my tax refund in the new year, I'm able to contribute to the Roth account. Well, I guess if you've already submitted your taxes, then I don't know if you can still do that. I don't know. I'll consult a tax professional, as you should as well. But I'll ask my financial broker about that. So my Roth account got $1,000 and my house got $441. So total extra savings was $1,441. We were off by about $2, but I'm honestly contributing that all towards rounding because all of these variable expenses here have like decimal points. Same with these fixed expenses too, most of them. Like the pet insurance, the life insurance. I guess none of these other ones do too, but that's really due to rounding. I'd prefer to round up versus rounding down, where I think I have like more money than I really do. So I don't mind the fact that I'm just under budget or over budget by -$2. Like I'm supposed to have -2, but you know, some of these are like 0.52 and I round that up to the nearest dollar, or like 0.65 and I round that up to the nearest dollar. So that's where the -$2 is coming in from. But overall, like I'm very happy with the way the first half of November concluded. I am hoping that by the end of 2023, all my credit card debt is at zero. Like if that happens, I will literally post on my feed here like $0 for all these accounts. It probably won't be exactly zero because some stuff is like reoccurring charges that I pay for like through this debt, but I'm hoping to pay off all those whatever crazy expenses I had over the summertime, honestly. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope your November is going really, really well in terms of like what you've been able to accomplish this month. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how everything has turned out, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye!